Hey guys, today we're going to check your Intro to Functions practice. Pause the video, check your work, and remember, if you need further explanation, click on the timestamp in the description. A. With points, we want to look at our x values. So I have 9, 7, 5, 3. None of those repeat, so this is a function. B. When we have a graph, remember we want to do our vertical line test. And I do notice that 2 points touch my vertical line. This fails the vertical line test, so this is not a function. C. With a table, we want to look at our input or our x values and make sure nothing repeats. And when I do that, I notice that 9 and 9 repeat. So this is not a function. D. When I have a graph, I want to use the vertical line test. And it looks to me that no matter where I draw a vertical line, it's going to touch only at one point. So this is a function. E. With points, we want to see if there are any repeats in the x values. So as I'm looking, I do notice that my 0 repeats, so this is not a function. F. I want to look in an equation for my 3 special cases. So first, I'm going to take a look at the y. There's no exponent on the y. I don't see x on the bottom of a fraction, and I also don't see x equals a number, so this is a function. G. When we have a graph, we want to perform the vertical line test. And it looks to me that no matter where I draw a vertical line, it's only going to touch, that graph is only going to touch a vertical line at one place at a time. So this is, it passes the vertical line test, so this is a function. H. When I have a map, I want to look at my input. And I notice that each one of those only has one line coming out of it, so this is a function. I. When I look at this equation, the first thing I notice is that y has an exponent on it, so this is not a function. F. When I'm looking at a table, I want to look at my x values to see if there are any repeats. So I have a 5, -5, 10, -10, and 15. X doesn't repeat anywhere, so this is a function. K. When I have a map, I want to look at my input values. And I notice that each number only has one line coming out of it, so this is a function. 11. When I have a graph, I want to perform the vertical line test. Well, every point touches that vertical line, so this definitely fails the vertical line test, and that means it is not a function. M. When I have points, I want to look at my x values to see if there are any repeats. And when I do that, I notice that 12 repeats itself, so this is not a function. N. When I look at this equation, the first thing I notice is that y does not have an exponent, so that is a function. O. When I look at the input of this map, I notice that 2 has 2 lines coming out from it. And remember, x cannot repeat, so this is not a function. P. When we have a graph, we perform the vertical line test. And I don't even have to draw more than one. I already notice that this graph touches that vertical line at 2 places, so this is not a function. Q. When I have a graph, I want to perform the vertical line test. So I have points here, 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 here. And I notice that each vertical line is only touched one time. So yes, this is a function. This passes the vertical line test, so it is a function. R. When I see this equation, the first thing I notice is that y is to the second power. Because y has an exponent other than 1, it is not a function. S. In a table, I want to look at the x or the input values and see if there are any repeats. And I already notice that -8 shows up twice, so this is not a function. T. With a set of points, I want to look at all the x values or the first number, and I notice that none of them repeat 0, 1, 2, 3, so that means this is a function.